Are we on? I feel we are. So I I don't know how long I will live stream this because this is actually a heavy topic, and I feel like I've been sharing this for a lot for so many times, but this time it feels different because we are working with something that called identity. And the identity is something that sometimes cannot be described at one point, and it only can be felt. So if you're struggling, if you have difficulty to tune in to yourself and feel your identity, feel your essence, what I suggest you to do is actually just sit down, let the noise be the noise, just accept that they are there, and start focusing on your breathing, how you breathe. Do you actually take a really a complete one, or are you like really like have difficulty to breathe? Because one time when I was struggling with my essence, with connecting with my essence, I literally just used breathing to tune back into my body, to feel where is the pull, what is the block, what is like, where am I in my own physical experience, reality, body, mind, whatever is that is with me at that time. And I just feel it to the very detail of the things that can describe my essence. And I literally start to get out the access of effort to be in my body, to be myself, and start relying on this feeling of comfort, of knowing, of presence, of peace, of trust, of love. And I began to ground more and more in my reality, and eventually I'm myself. I don't need to exert so much amount of willpower. I don't need to exert much amount like hope. I don't need anything other than just I know where I am. I know myself best. That's the one liner that I usually said to myself, and I become so overly confident because of that. Which is another category of a struggle that I used to have, but I eventually get into the balance of where I can exert my identity to the detail of it, but also like start not diminishing, just like understand where I'm at, the sequence where I'm at. If the other persons that I'm with can't handle that much of presence, then I will adjust my own identity to actually help this person feel theirs without me exerting, this is what I know, then you need to know what I know. That doesn't work in identity work. You actually need to allow yourself to be the background, to be the NPC, to be like, okay, this person hasn't actually uh, came on dominate the space. This person just allow the space be the space, and I am becoming myself because of that. That's usually how I do in my work. And what I'm sharing today is actually something different. This is the work of identity that you can do without actually knowing that you actually doing the work. Meaning that when you go out there, part of the society, part of the group, part of the collective, and you feel yourself, and you start have that nuance, that vibe, that frequency of like, I wanted to do it this way. That is a great reset of who you want to show yourself. Now, for me, I didn't know this. My friends told me about, you know, that if you walk out there and we don't know if you're here, we actually can like, okay, that's the cut. And that's her. Oh, she's here. Oh, and I'm like, really? From how can you tell that that's me? From the way you walk, sometimes the way you move your head, just your how you take a glance on something, how you actually speak, how the posture and all that stuff. That's you, and we already accepted that that's your identity. And you have this kind of like bossy thing going on, and just like, I don't fucking care what happened in the world. That kind of the overly confidence presence that you have, now we already know miles away if you're here or not, because that's you. My friend told me that, and I'm like, I didn't know I have a really special kind of walk. Sometimes people have that much of identity reserve in their system, and they don't need to know that they need an identity work, because they already own it to the very detail. Now, I'm one of those people, but if you are struggling with your identity, come on into that light. Like, I don't fucking care. I'm just going to do it this way. This is literally why I'm so different with my friends here. Whenever I talk to my friends, they always told me, like, you are not like everyone else. Like, you are so different. There is something about you that I just like. It just sometimes it feels overwhelmed. Sometimes it feels like you dominate the room, and we just know that if you are here, we can't speak really recklessly. Like, we need to watch our words, because if you're here, because you're like the pillars of like, okay, this is acceptable, this is not acceptable. Because I have that eye that when I look at people, it's like, why are you saying this? What is your intention? And people are really scared because of how strong I came to them. And I don't give a bullshit and just like give a pre soft entrance of like, okay, I don't actually really. Now, I do learn that I need to show that version of myself, the soft one. But I get to notice too that sometimes, because that's not my real identity, I cannot exert it in a much in more than necessary. Now, if it's just me, the bold one, the confidence one, I can be just like all the fucking time, because that's just who I am. I have been that person for the longest. And the kind person, the kind version of me is someone that was made because it is necessary for me to be that person. Because there is someone out there who cannot contain my presence in this true identity that I have. And I also have the desire to help the person who can't hold myself for them, for themselves, because they are in the need of help. They are in the need of some inner work that is happening, and I cannot be the person who like told them to, like, a pointing finger, this is how you actually do it, things to. And that's also like something I don't want to do, and that's not my style of work. So I learned that identity, the kind one, in order for to relay this kind of message, this kind of frequency. Now, because now I have already alchemized, I already integrated so much about that kind version of me, I begin to notice I don't need to show it. So I'm coming back to the version of me who is bold, confident, and really don't fucking care about anything else. And I have that nuance. If you saw me like before COVID, before like 2018, before I do my healing um, period, the healing phase of my life, when 2015 maybe, you can still feel that I'm that person. Like, I used to love hearing songs, so sometimes I use headphones pretty often, but then I don't always wear them all the freaking time. But sometimes people, when they saw me, I was like, are you like listening to music? One of my friends asked that question really a lot, and I'm like, I do not. And like, you look like one. I do. Well, I think that's just my mind noise cancellation on the work turning on, because I have that ability to really discard whatever is out there. And I'm just like, okay, this is no, this is a no, this is a no, this is something that I don't need to pay attention to. This is something that I don't have the capacity to be that kind person who welcome and just appreciate things, and I just no, 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 yes. And I'll be that person who just so bold and confident and know what they want, what she wants, and just get what she wants all the time. I'm coming back to it right now. Why I'm sharing this is also because I want to share the way for you to find a way, find something to try in the real world. But also, like, I lately I have this like instinct kicking in again, and I'm like, girl, you gotta put this one out. And I'm like, what kind of offer is this? And it's like it's so big. It's an offer that I have never done before, and it's so bold because I right now I don't even have any clients, and I don't even have any audience. Maybe some of the people, but the feeling is so strongly present in my mind, in my soul. It's like, you gotta put this one out. And I'm like, it's so bold. The offer, the feeling that I got is actually accepting 10 people for 10K for 10 months until until my birthday next year. And I'm like, okay, it sounds aligned, but also like it sounds something that I have never done. Now, one of the things that I'm afraid of is that receiving the money, because receiving that much of money is something that I have never done before. Now, as you know, I have really flexible money mindset. So I don't look for small change, but also like 10K in my place, considering 10K USD to my currency, which is IDR, Indonesian rupiah. If there will be like 10 people get in, like take the space, take the offer, and I have 10 people paying me 10K, it will be like 100K. And 100K in Indonesia rupiah is actually like 2 million in USD. So that is a lot of money. And this is like one of the things that get me stop every the edge, because I'm like, I don't know how to actually take care of that much of money, because I know that receiving the money is okay. I know that I can help that. But then the next step come along. How do you going to pay taxes? How do you actually going to take care of the money? How do you actually this? How do you actually that? And I'm like, and this is like in the beginning of 2023 when I was doing the work, it's like one of the biggest roadblock that I had. But then I search, and I look around, and I'm like, okay, this is how you do the taxes. This is how you actually take care of the money. This is how you actually spend the money and all that stuff. This is how you actually feel okay with the money. And because I have a really weird system about money itself, but currency itself, I don't have the limit. So my limit in my business is such a nonsense because I don't set it. Because I'm not here for the money, but also like receiving it, store it in my bank is something that is weird. It's still weird. And I'm like, okay, we can actually just accept it. Let's just put it out. And this offer is coming to me like 2 or 3 days ago. And I've been like making a blueprint about how do you actually want to do this? What are the things that in offer that you want to actually share and all this stuff? I'm like, I don't know. My real self, the bold, confident one. I talked to her, and she's like, I don't know, put it out. Why do you care? Because I literally don't care if I receive the money or not, but I have the biggest expectation about the people want this. That is the only thing that this bold, confident version of me care about. There are people who need this, and you can absolutely give them this. Just put it out. And I do the work and I start to align with this principle from my bold and confident version. And I'm like, right. We actually, even if we are struggling with the tax and then all this foundational part of the business, eventually it's not like you are on your own. You have your parents. My mom used to be an accountant in her workplace in the government somewhere in the health department, and she used to be the accountant of the department of her department. So I can ask for her help, or if I, but I don't know if she has like sort this much amount of money before. I know that she's an accountant that can help me do that, but also like, I don't know if she can. That's one of the questions I still don't have any answer. But then even if she can't help us, we have found not an association, some kind of a company that help people to actually pay taxes, and we can actually ask that those people to help us. Okay, how do you actually count this? How do you actually do this? And let those people to tell us, okay, this is how much you actually pay. This, and I'm like, oh, that's how. And I can like learn it from them before the end of the year because the offer will start at October, October 1st, and then 10 months later, July 31st, which is my birthday, it just already passed, will be the end of the offer. So that's like a beautiful setting. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know why I actually thought about that. And the detail of 10 months actually just come out today. And I'm like, I'm thinking about it. What else can this offer be? And I'm still like brainstorming of the idea that feels aligned without me forcing it to be like, this is it. So that actually aligned. 10 months. Give it straight for 10 months for these people. So yeah, that's how I actually minimize all these roadblocks in my head. And I start to think we can put it out. And because I have tuned deeper into my bold and confident self, I get to notice that this is not that hard. I'm making it such a mess because I just never done it before. But yeah, that's one of the way. So how do you, who you are really, tuning back into yourself, the version of you who don't need any effort to be put out. If you are balancing too much based on your thought, then that's not who you are. If you feel, no, the key is feeling. If you feel this is what I want to show, this is my comfort, this is like I feel good in this kind of identity, in this kind of persona, in this kind of version. So maybe that's you. Maybe your version, maybe your truest version is not like my version, which is bold and confident. And that's okay. I have one of my friends, my good friends, Fee. She is the epitome, the golden pillar of being kind. And that's how I learned that kind version of mine because I copied her way and I start to learn, oh, this is how you actually show emotion, this is how you actually feel kind, this is how you actually feel compassionate, this is how you actually feel slow, this is how you actually feel in peace and all that stuff. And I start to learn from her. And she has it to the T, and she is that person if you meet in real life to be like, oh really? I don't know. Like she has that way of talking too. And I'm like, I don't have that. I need to learn at the beginning of my journey, I need to learn to be compassionate, to be kind, because I am none of that. I am too bold and confident and reckless to begin with. That's how you build your version based on where you want to go. But then again, who are you? Thank you for watching. I'll see